When Captain America throws his mighty shield, pose his shield must yield. If he's left to the fight, then the duelists do. The red and the white and the blue come true. Captain America throws his mighty shield.
And with that, welcome to another exciting episode of Let's Check Out
Cakap-Cakap!
When Captain America throws his mighty shield, all those who chose to oppose his shield must yield. If he's led to a fight and a duel is due, then the red and the white and the blue will come through. When Captain America throws his mighty shield.
Hello there and
Hello.
welcome back. And just now we just had our march.
Yes, well, you know, yeah, well, you know what we're talking about today. You know,
It's very easy to tell.
Yeah, I don't know how you can't tell.
Yes, and due to the show as
We're
well.
talking about Captain Canada this week.
Yes, Canada.
Captain Canada.
And Captain Merdeka as well. we're talking about that.
But, you know, it's tangential with the character you see displayed before you, but you know, it's Falcon Winter Soldier this week. Big thing.
Captain Frisbee.
Captain Frisbee. What's okay? Captain Australia.
Yeah.
Captain Boomerang.
They're doing those Frisbee right now. So Falcon and Winter Soldier. Before we actually go into the Cakap-Cakap, we have to give a little bit of warning first lah.
Yes.
So it will be full of spoilers.
It's the spoiler talk this week.
Yes, we are very concerned about spoiler. We care about spoilers. So be care for your mental, entertainments and all that.
You know, some people haven't seen it yet. So if you haven't watched Falcon Winter Soldier, stay away as far away from this show as possible. But if you don't care about being spoiled, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead and you can drop us some comments and everything in there so that we can actually review any questions that you throw us lah about Captain America over here. So as far as we know lah.
Yeah, so you have been forewarned. Let's dive into Falcon and Winter Soldier. And well, what's Falcon and Winter Soldier about is the show, but it's after Endgame. It's about Falcon and Winter Soldier, Sam Wilson and
that's about right.
And it's what the show is about is like mainly about legacy.
Yes,
You know, so
how do they continue the legacy?
of Captain America now that Steve Rogers has become an old man and he passed it on to Sam.
Which most people will think is that they will pass it to Bucky instead of Sam.
Yeah, because in the comic books, Bucky's always been the next in line.
He was always the people's choice.
But you know, these are modern times, of course, and
they need to address some modern issues in there. So they're talking about political and the politics and the races, all the issues are in there.
Because from my experience, Falcon Cap didn't come until way later. I think around 2015, 16 or so. That's when he first took on the Cap mantle.
So back in the comics, they didn't back in the very old days. They don't really have like Falcon.
No, Falcon always stays Falcon. Falcon Cap came much later. It's always been like if Steve wants to pass it to somebody, it's always been Buck.
Yeah, his childhood friend Bucky. But
James Buchanan Bard, the soldier.
Right.
But yeah, so then of course they have another Captain America in this show. Who's I think I forgot his name, John Walker.
John Walker,
US agent. And what they did in this show was very interesting with his character. And he first accepts the shield. He's very proud and
he's doing something right, as he said before. He's doing something right.
The pressure and everything just gets to him.
I think John Walker is the character that we can relate as that. It can be bad, it can be good. And when you're watching the show, you were like, is he going to be bad or is he going to be good?
He's a great character.
Yeah, he's a great character.
Because he's very different from John Walker from the comics. John Walker from the comics he's a bit cuckoo in the head.
This one is a bit cuckoo in the head also.
He did
the right thing.
Yeah, they did it from the comics is that he sort of becomes a bit of a good guy in the end. Because in the comics, John Walker is still to this very day he's Cap's sort of evil counterpart almost.
The government chooses him. That's weird though.
He's a bit,
Just because he had Medal of Honor.
But
Yeah.
I like what they did with U.S. Agent in the show. It's actually one of the highlights of the show is what they did with his U.S. Agent story.
It is one of the key points of the show that actually kept you watching. Is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? And by episode 1, I think we can see a lot of racism in there were addressed.
Yes.
While
Yes,
Sam Wilson is trying to get a loan from a bank, and most of the things are there are all these issues: racism, politics.
Political
They
issues
yeah
in the
yeah
superhero show.
they were addressed in the show, and it's quite good to say that it's tailor made for 2021 for the
Well,
era
for-
that we're
for
living
good
in
or
now.
bad.
For the good or bad lah. If you are very comics guy, you were like, is it going to the source material or what? But actually addresses what people are facing right now. So I think it's kind of good that Disney and Marvel bring that up. So it's kind of good for me. Yeah.
But one area that they did change, and I hated how they treated this character, was Isaiah Bradley, Captain America, the prototype Captain America.
Mm-hmm.
In the show, I'm not sure how they handle this. I haven't watched it yet. Honest to God, I have no interest.
I'm gonna
I
spoil the hell out of
have
you.
no interest in the MCU after Endgame, so feel like I'm like invincible. I'm spoiler proof already.
No problem, no problem.
So they brought Isaiah Bradley from the comics into the MCU, and how they handle him, I didn't watch the show.
They handle him as the original Captain America, supposed to be the original Captain America.
Now, for those of you who don't know, who haven't read the comics, Isaiah Bradley was the prototype Cap, but he was given a flawed serum because at the time they didn't have Dr. Erskine, so they were just trying to like, okay, this is our formula, let's see if it works. So they
I
gave him the
see.
serum, he became the super soldier, but I think a couple years afterwards, it started to have a lot of bad effects. So I started becoming very weak. Because it didn't keep him as the super soldier like Steve does, because Steve has, by the time they got to Steve, Dr. Erskine already defected to the
I see.
Americans. So they had the real super soldier serum.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why Isaiah Bradley, you don't see him anymore in the comics because he's already phased out with Captain America
He
program.
became like a normal human being.
Yes.
So he actually ages and all that.
Yes. So, not like Steve.
Well, I
But
think
how do they handle him in the show?
in the show it's the opposite.
What?
He had the perfect super soldier serum in that new series lah. But the reason that he's not being a Captain America because he's black. That is the first issue that when episode 1 or like that, they're trying to address this issue very quickly as possible. So they were like, oh, he was the original Captain America, but he was being experimented by the government instead of like, push him into the front line and become Captain America. They were trying to experiment like why the serum worked on him instead of a flaw or anything like that. They uses it like that.
That brings up some continuity problems, isn't it? Because first the Vindication Cap was like Steve was the only one.
Yeah, apparently there's a government cover-up.
So-
They don't mention about Isaiah Bradley at all.
It's very weird, but
Yeah.
it's a bit of a weird addition to the Captain America lore in the MCU.
So they need to
That's
change
alright.
the title now lah. The Captain America cannot be the first Avenger anymore.
But that's one of the things I dislike about they handle Isaiah Bradley's story in from what I'm hearing. I haven't
Yes.
watched it yet, but what I'm hearing they adding in a lot of modern politics into Isaiah Bradley's story, which
Yep.
I don't really like.
Mm-hmm.
Because in the comics, they had a good reason to pull him out of the Captain America program because
Okay.
the serum was flawed. The serum that he was given was flawed, and it started having really bad effects on him. So they had good reason to keep him out of the battlefield. He's not Cap.
But isn't that leaving him with the with the powers and everything could create another hero? Maybe he'll come out in someday or in some new movie.
Maybe he can put out the Cat Man again. For all
Yeah,
I
yeah,
know.
yeah,
But
yeah.
I just hate how they handle his story here because I love Isaiah Bradley from the comics. He's a heroic and very tragic character, and they even brought him to Cap's funeral when Cap died in Civil War
Mm-hmm.
in the comics. Anyway.
Oh, okay. No problem
Yeah,
lah.
but-
I think for the
All the
continuities,
Modern political elements. I'm not the world's biggest fan of infusing into this. I'm an old-fashioned guy when it comes to
a
superhero
true
stories.
comic settler from the the
know.
golden age.
The shields
but
will
yeah.
always be passed on to Bucky. That's me.
Yes. supposedly lah. But actually,
it
for
would
this
make
one,
a
it's
lot
not
more
bad.
interesting story actually, because the weight of Captain America's legacy on the Winter Soldier,
Mhm.
you see how he would handle that. That to me is like, I always felt it was a bit more interesting.
Mm.
You know, Bucky has to deal with all this trauma from being the Winter Soldier, being experimented on by Hydra.
Yeah.
But he still has to carry on the Captain America legacy. That
Hail Hydra!
to me is actually what is a lot more interesting than what they do with Falcon in this movie, this show.
But I think
But of course,
it's the modern age lah. I think it's the new modern age. I think it's the new modern generation that they need this kind of exposure, because this kind of will be the issue that people will talk about. Oh, you know, they talk about racism that open. You know, they talk about politics that open. What to do? So yeah, I think it's very very tailor fitted to the, you know, the modern age kind of youngsters in there.
Yeah, so you know, like the first episode is them setting up the show. Then the controversial, not controversial, but the shockingly fourth episode where John Walker goes completely off the deep end and smashes a guy with the shield.
Not this shield.
Not this. This
shield is clean. Okay, it's not damaged or somehow. Okay.
This goes. Yeah.
In outside America, Captain America kills someone. That would be politically.
After the Flag Smashers killed his friend Lamar, right? Battlestar.
Yeah, but he killed the wrong guy. He killed the wrong guy.
But you know, then afterwards, like he goes even crazier. He makes his own shield, and then he injects himself with a super soldier serum. He goes even.
When he makes his own shield, it's very like kind of like you can relate to him. Like, wow, you are clamping the metals just to become a shield. It's a toy. It's not really a shield, man. But I'm really like hoping that this character can be still staying as good. You know, don't turn bad, don't turn evil. And when he on the last episode of it, and you can actually see that he's very struggle to go after the Flag Smasher or save the civilians, save the truck. And when he throws the shield down, I was like clapping. Yeah, that's what I want to see lah. Okay, he did the right thing already. Yeah, he chooses to be a hero in the right way, not in the wrong way. At the first few episodes, you can see that
he's a bit arrogant. He's a bit cocky.
He's America.
Boy.
Yeah.
Steve is America.
Yeah, he in that kind. Steve represents the good kind of like very justice America, like the old days. Yeah, but this is kind of like a new kind of America. But at least he did the right thing. Okay, he did the right thing, which is like,
thing and rescues people. And while he's not accepted yet by Bucky and Falcon, they just kind of they're a bit like not friends, but you know, they're like trust him a little bit now.
Yeah, but at the last episode, I can see that he can joke with Bucky. You know, that was a good line. It wasn't a good line when you say it or something like that. He can joke around already. He was kind of like a kid who's learning, learning how to handle all these things around him.
He earns his happy ending. He has a bit of a happy ending in the show where he gets his own costume now. He doesn't have to.
U.S. agent.
U.S. agent. He doesn't have to carry on Steve's legacy. He's his own hero.
Yeah.
All the weight that
he's a happy boy. He's a happy boy. He's a happy boy now.
Yeah.
He had his own costume.
I do love. I think what they did with U.S. Agent was cool. Like, it would be a lot cooler if Steve was still around for him to interact with.
Yeah, then it's weird. They did not explain where did Steve go.
I think away because you know, Chris Evans.
He was there.
Chris Evans doesn't want to be part of the MCU anymore.
Bring him back, or bring another actor to act as the old Chris Evans. They can CGI him.
Chris Evans didn't want to be Cap anymore. Don't know why. It's been really cool to see him as Cap for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, maybe he can show like a guy who's sitting in a McDonald's or diner, just showing the back, and then they just like, hey, you got any advice for us? Yeah, throw the shield, man. Yeah, that was the kind I was hoping for lah, but they did not do that.
Bucky gets his own identity now. He's not the Winter Soldier. He's what? The White Wolf?
Yeah, the White Wolf, which is the Wakandas gave him that kind of call, so he became White Wolf right now.
And Baron Zemo's in the show, and he's
I love that character, man. In this character, he was more like
sort of an anti-villain,
anti-hero. You never know that if he's doing it for himself or for others.
But he helps our protagonist.
Yeah, he helps. But actually, well, he's one of the most interesting character at all. Because Zemo, actually Baron Zemo from
Civil War.
Yeah,
Actually,
from Civil War,
angry. He wants to destroy the
he's
Super
very dull.
Soldiers. Yeah.
He's very
But
dull.
actually, when they brought him back, he's much more interesting. He's a very multi-layered character, a little, and he's an okay guy.
He knows how to enjoy life. You know, he dance. Actually, if you YouTube there's a dance scene, right, made by the official channel. I think 1 hour loop of him dancing, with all the chilling songs. I can use that song right now for my daily works. You know, I can like, ooh, yep, that made me happy.
Yeah, they even gave him this comic book costume with the coat and the fur lining and the mask. It's actually pretty cool.
He's basically his own character right now. Last time he was just like, you know, something to brought the story forward.
Something to keep Civil War going.
Yeah, I'm glad that he didn't die in that movie. He almost died in that movie already. Thank God. If he die, we don't get the, you know, dancing scene. Dancing scene, you know? Yeah. I love that dancing scene. Baron. And he has a cool butler.
Oh.
Yeah, he has a cool butler. If you actually notice, he has a very cool Alfred butler. Yeah, but that butler, actually in a few episodes, actually he appeared as a very weak one, you know, very normal kind of thing. But at the last episode, final episode, oh, you see him like bomb a car. Wow, that's badass. Oh, I want a butler like that, man.
Now in this show, you see something that you don't see a lot in the MCU, where well, Wanda had trauma. She possessed the entire town.
Trauma. Yes.
Thor had trauma. Ate himself and let himself go.
Yeah.
Bucky, he went to see a therapist, like a normal person.
Yeah. Had a therapist and everything, and then they try to explore a bit of what he had done wrong while on his days on Winter Soldier. So they have Japanese. So you revisit all the family of the victims lah. So he's trying to help out. Oh yeah, I can feel that. Yeah, he's repaying most of the debts and.
And of course, I think the focal point of the show is Falcon. For the most part, anyway, since he has to deal with like.
He's having a lot of pressure for just the shield, man. Just for the shield, he is handling a lot of pressures. So he's trying to pass that mantle to other person.
Which was Isaiah Bradley, you think?
A lot of times, try to pass it to others. Yo, you want the shield? Yeah, no, I'm giving it away. And actually, it's a reoccurring rhythm. Actually, you can also see on Spider-Man, he's also like trying to give it away, right? They can feel this pressure. So actually, as an audience, you can relate to all these pressures that our hero is facing,
Because it's a legacy.
Yeah.
They have to live with it.
They are heroes. They're superheroes, but they can feel pressures also.
Because like Falcon in this show, Falcon and Bucky and John Walker, this show is dealing with the shadow, them living under the shadow of Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
It's such a big weight for all these characters to live with. Like Cap's gone. Who's gonna take it up?
Iron Man's gone. Who's gonna get his ridiculously good-looking spectacle?
So the legacy of Cap is a big part of the show,
Mm-hmm.
and I really, really wish Steve Rogers was. I really wish like someone at Disney please give Chris Evans a big enough check for him to come back.
Maybe they can do an animation for that. Maybe they do an animation for that.
I really wish someone gave Chris Evans enough money to come back and be Steve Rogers again.
Yeah, but actually from the show,
from all this, it'd be real interesting to see like if Steve was still around to react to all this. But of course, the reality of it is
he'll be like, "No, I don't think I will." No. He missed his old days with Betty, Peggy's and all that.
Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy. So actually, but from the show, the more that you watch it, right, the more you feel like the Captain America is a symbol, right? It's a symbol.
Some people can handle the weight of that symbol.
The power doesn't really come from the shield, it's just the shield.
It's the responsibility
to become Captain America, and then it's why
that symbol.
Yes, and which is kind of hard for all the characters related in the whole series.
But in the end, of course, well, the big spoiler is Falcon becomes Cap.
And a captain that flies.
Brand new vibranium wings.
made by Wakanda, made in Wakanda. Which is interesting when it actually opens up the blue chest, right? And he found that, wow, all these techniques.
And it's a spiffy little suit. You know, kind of like it. And
But it actually pay homage to the back to the comics, isn't it?
it's
Right?
actually like
The
it's-
designs
yes,
are
it's
kind
actually
of like,
almost 1-1 with the comic book design.
a
So
captain that
it's pretty
flies.
cool. But you know, like Cap's always gonna be Steve Rogers for me. It's not gonna change much. And Captain America 2, if they're going to do that, it's always gonna be like Bucky.
I
It feels
think,
weird for me
yeah.
that Falcon suddenly like bypassed all that.
But you can see him training and everything, the hardships that he faced. So actually, I think he earned enough. I think he'll be like flying around, captain here, blah blah blah, flies away.
Of course,
he'll be like that.
this is my personal opinion.
Mhm.
I grew up with Steve Rogers and I grew up with Bucky Barnes being the next Captain America. So please do not take my dislike of Falcon being Cap the wrong way. Please do not misconstrue it. This is just a longtime Captain America fan, and you know I'm used to it being a certain way.
Well, MCU is gonna change a lot of those. Okay, MCU is gonna change a lot of those, and
because Chris Evans didn't want to be Cap anymore.
yeah, and then Bucky Barnes, I think he's at somewhere. He's purple and he's a dinosaur. I think he's repaying Barnes the Barney. We're a happy family. He'll be retiring on his roles already. Yeah, you'll never know what MCU will do to you. Because actually they have a lot of big catalogs.
Yeah, it's mainly because the MCU has to deal with the reality of you have people. You have to work with people. You know? And like if they don't want to be that role anymore, you're gonna have to write them out, and then future stories can't involve them anymore. Like in the comic books, they're drawings.
Yep.
Yeah.
They can actually reboot everything.
The Captain America drawing will not protest that I don't want to be Captain America anymore. He's just a drawing.
Oh, don't pay me blue. And then he's just
So,
out
you
of the
know.
picture.
Still, should have been Bucky as Cap.
Really, yeah. But
A lot of
that is
Cap-
my initial thought also, you know,
Yeah.
when I'm
In
thinking,
Endgame.
wow, I really,
Yeah,
you're going to pass that to
now
Sam.
rant a little bit about Endgame. I hated what they did with Captain America at Endgame.
Really?
Such an assassination of his character. All the things that they're doing to build him up.
No, man, I passed down the mental one.
Adjusting to the modern world, you know, like moving on from his past.
Mhm.
And then he sees an easy way out to hang out with Peggy again, and he chooses it. That's cheap and low.
Really?
I get why they had to
I think
do
the
that.
more wars that you fought, right, I think you're just like, yeah, I'm going to stay back with my girl, man. Goodbye. Pass
Captain
away.
America book is
Oh my.
this book is called literally the never-ending battle.
I'm sure Captain would want that.
You know, and I know I hated that he saw Peggy and like I can go back there. I will stay there.
It's kind of romantic.
It's not.
It's kind of romantic
They were
for a
building
boy's side.
something for him with Sharon, and then they chickened out because like you know Chris Evans is gonna leave.
I think like they say like you can't fight the war for too long and like anything you best be retired in sometimes, right? And
He
go
could've just
live.
retired him young. They didn't
Yeah.
have to have him travel back and then like choose an easy out.
Actually, compared to Tony Stark, he had better life.
No,
He
'cause,
had
like,
better life.
He could have helped so much, but he chose not to. If he stayed in the past, because you know it creates problems.
Mm-hmm.
He could have prevented the Civil War. He could have prevented Bucky from being taken in by Hydra. He chose not to.
Maybe
You know?
there's an explanation, but actually, yeah, I don't think I will.
It's bold.
Yeah, they just like had
He could have
him
helped-
say just for that.
Having him stay in the past with all the future knowledge he has is. too
I'm gonna
much for him.
create an iPod.
Like he
Yeah.
could have saved Bucky from Hydra. He could have
Save
saved
Stark.
Tony's parents.
Yeah, Stark's parents.
He could have done so much to change the timeline, but he just sits there. No, I don't think I will. It's poor storytelling.
Well, it's a storytelling how relationship screws up your other lives. So actually, it was just like, yeah, I want my girl. I want my girl. And then it just goes back
I
there.
hate it. So, out of 10, how much would you give the show?
Who? For me, I think after I watched it, I saw the hardships and everything. I think I'm gonna give it like 8 or 9 out of 10.
That's
Yeah.
the score. I'm probably gonna watch it and probably give it a bit lower. So,
Really?
again,
Watch it
also
lah.
probably not gonna give it a score anyways, since I don't care.
You should care more about MCU, man.
I don't care. All of my favorite characters are dead
Really?
or
Yeah.
retired. Iron Man dead. Black Widow dead. Cap old and probably dead. The Hulk. I hate what they did with the
Oh,
Hulk.
She-Hulk is coming.
Ooh. Right? Thor,
Girl in green.
fat and depressed now.
I
All
think
of your favorite Avengers are either depressed and fat or dead.
reality check.
Ugh.
And I do think that this MCU is gonna lead to the armor wars. So that
Because
Sharon,
Sharon
right?
Carter is back in the show after disappearing for so long.
Yeah. So she's going to sell all those top secret things and everything out to the public, and then I think people are going to start building up armors. So armors is going to be like a mass production already, right? So actually, back in those days,
if you read the comic books, the Armor Wars happened because I think Tony's plans, he either sold his plans or they got leaked to the public. So everyone has a copy of the blueprints for the Iron Man armor. Everyone started making their own version, and there's this big fight. And then I think Tony won the end still because he's Iron Man, and that's where he first donned the Silver Centurion armor. I think the Armor Wars. So yeah, maybe I don't know, with Tony Stark gone, who's gonna take up? Probably gonna be War Machine.
Yeah, I was kind of stunned when Sharon is depicted as one of the kind of like villain.
She's
Actually,
she's a darker character in this show.
So back in the comics, she's like that as well.
Oh, she's married to Steve.
So she's not like that dark, right?
Oh, he says they had no choice but to darken her character because Steve's gone. Can't have
Oh,
her.
okay.
So yeah.
If she got married with Steve, it would be weird. We didn't even know if she's the daughter or not. Fan theories.
The MCU.
Fan theories. A lot of fan theories. She might be the daughter.
So he's making up his own daughter in Civil War.
I don't know
That
lah.
gives off
Maybe
so
lah.
much weird vibes.
Yeah, you know,
We watching that
theories. A lot of
Right.
things can happen in MCU. So the next MCU that we're gonna watch is Black Widow.
Yes, so I wonder if the new. I'm not sure how many times they pushed back the release date already.
Don't push back. I want to see
I
if
think
they
it's
can
supposed to come out
relate
in
it
May,
to
and
Captain
then they pushed it
America.
to July.
Yeah, but hopefully they stick it for this time lah, that we actually can watch it right now lah. So it's kind of good. So try to leave your comments and everything you like or dislike about the show
Oh, wait,
onto
one
the
more.
comments over there.
Well, if you want to compare it to the previous MCU show, how do you give it? How do you stack it up against WandaVision?
Compared to WandaVision, I love WandaVision.
And I killed Sparky too.
It's a non-comparable. WandaVision is much more colorful.
They're
And
trying
although they had traumas in there, they're discussing traumas and everything in there, but the premises are kind of like colorful, flourish. It's fun, and
well, it's fun but with a very dark underlayer.
yeah, it explains like a mentality lah. Like mentality, you're smiling. Wow,
Like
you can relate.
behind-
Behind the mask, there is so many things in struggle, and then Falcon is just its own story though. It doesn't have a lot of Easter egg in there. When you're trying to hunt for Easter eggs, right?
It's a straightforward story.
It's a very straightforward. There, you want a bad captain or a good captain? There, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
So it's a very straight one. But in WandaVision, it's a mind bending. So it bends your mind, like Christopher Nolan. Then you started to come out with a lot of theories,
But
Then-
then.
Boner.
Boner.
Yeah, that was like boner. It was nothing.
Right.
What the hell?
Yeah, comment below if you like WandaVision more, like Falcon Winter Soldier more. Do you think it was? Do you think like Bucky should have gotten the shield, or are you okay with the new status quo, which is Falcon?
I am more
Not
curious.
against Falcon's skin color.
Yeah,
Right? This is just me being an old school comic book fan.
no problem.
Please do not take it the wrong way.
All our personal opinion here. But I'm more curious, are you going to finish the series or not?
I haven't even started. I I'm just happy to
Finish
see
it.
this agent costume.
Finish it!
I don't care.
Finish it!
Most of my favorite characters
You
are
love the legacy that is left behind already. Then it continues into there. You should finish it, right?
No.
It's for your good sake.
No.
It's good for your mentality.
No.
Okay, fine.
It's what's good for mental is never watching it to begin with.
No. You think something is bad when you watch it, it's actually good. Then it cures the mentality.
WandaVision had Wanda in it. There's no Steve in this show.
Oh, you got Sharon on it. Sharon's kind of hot. I love Sharon.
There's no cap. I don't care. There's no cap.
The suit.
Suit.
At least the shield is still there, so I'm happy with it. Yeah, but I think I love the show lah. For me, I think I love the show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. No, let me correct it. Captain America and the Winter Soldier. Oh, correct it again. Captain America and the White Wolf. They changed the title quite like 3 times.
You want to add another one too? Captain America and the White Wolf and U.S. Agent.
Oh yeah, they're going to be like that. Yeah, they changed the title like
even longer. Captain America and the White Wolf and the U.S. Agent and the Power Broker.
And the Power.
And Baron Zemo.
Oh yeah, and Baron Zemo. I love Baron Zemo in this movie. It's kind of like digging
Thank
it.
you so much for watching once again. If you like our content, please like and subscribe and share it out. And if you want to support us directly, you can go to ToyPanic.com, and it gives us, the opportunity to create more content like this. for you.
Yes. So yeah, we are going to do a next week one.
Next week one's gonna be Resident Evil.
4, 3, 2. That's a lot, man.
That was 8.
There's a
Right.
8 village.
Resident Evil. See
Village.
you next week on next episode of Let's Cakap.
Chaka. Should we
You want to do song?
sing?
You
Yeah,
want
we'll
to
sing.
sing again?
Okay.
One more for the road.
All right, let's do it again. It's kind of fun. When Captain America throws his mighty shield, throws his shield must yield. Do let's do. Captain America will come through. Captain America throws his mighty shield. Thank you. Bye.
Captain America throws his mighty shield. All those who chose to oppose his shield must yield.